Hello friends! The line of power units is represented by three motors in various power options. The main one is a 2-liter 16-valve G4GC gasoline engine with 140 horsepower. The motor is reliable, but it lacks torque. It tolerates the installation of gas equipment well, so it may well become an alternative to diesel units. The drive of the gas distribution mechanism of the combined type. The tooth belt connects the crankshaft and the camshaft, and the camshafts are connected by a chain. The belt is changed every 60,000 kilometers. The chain usually runs for a long time, over 200 to 300,000 kilometers. Valve clearance adjustment is carried out by selecting pushers. The gaps can go away after 200 to 250,000 kilometers. After 200 to 300,000 kilometers, an increase in oil consumption is not ruled out. More often, it is possible to moderate the appetite after replacing the valve stem seals. If the replacement does not help, then you will have to change the stuck rings. The second most popular engine is a gasoline 2.7-liter V6 G6BA. The engine is reliable. The timing mechanism is driven by a toothed belt and two chains linking the camshafts of each head. The belt is updated every 60,000 kilometers, and the chains will last at least 250 to 300,000 kilometers. Valve clearances are adjusted automatically by hydraulic tappets. After 250 to 300,000 kilometers, the problem of the oil filter may also appear here. The causes and methods of elimination are the same as in the 2-liter engine: valve stem seals and rings. Considerable interest in the secondary market is also shown to the diesel 2.0 CRDI D4EA. Initially, he developed a power of 112 horsepower. This diesel is quite simple and reliable. It does not have a variable geometry turbocharger and a particulate filter. But nevertheless, a 2-liter diesel engine is not economical enough. At a relaxed pace in a combined cycle, it consumes 7 to 9 liters of diesel fuel for every 100 kilometers. In Europe, in 2006, the 2-liter diesel became stronger, 140 horsepower, and 2 years before the end of production, its 150 horsepower modification appeared. Although both units did not become more economical, they added dynamics to the crossover. At the same time, they bring more technical problems. Most of them are related to the particulate filter. As with other models, the filter cannot be completely self-cleaning when the car is driven only in the city. Long trips on the highway at high speeds will help keep the owner from visiting a car service. In addition, we have to reckon with the need to replace the dual-mass flywheel. D4EA turbo diesels received a timing belt drive. The fuel injectors will last over 200,000 kilometers, and the turbocharger will last over 300,000 kilometers. Occasionally, individual owners of a Kia Sportage with a manual transmission have to deal with box repairs due to wear on the input shaft and fifth gear. The clutch of a manual transmission has to be updated after 170 to 200,000 kilometers. The 4-speed automatic F4A2 with regular oil updates will last at least 300,000 kilometers without repair. In all-wheel drive modifications, after 200 to 250,000 kilometers, the clutch responsible for connecting the rear axle will require attention. The resource of the clutch is significantly reduced by frequent movements over rough terrain and the inclusion of a lock. Fortunately, repairing the clutch is not difficult or expensive. Usually everything is done by replacing bearings, seals, and updating the oil. In addition, at high mileage, the outboard bearings of the cardan shaft and the cross piece fail. In addition, it is necessary to eliminate oil leaks from the rear gearbox through the axle shaft seals. The factory silent blocks of the front levers lasted up to 150,000 kilometers, and the silent blocks of the rear levers gave up only after 200,000 kilometers. The ball joint became unusable after 120 to 150,000 kilometers. Factory wheel bearings on the front axle could make noise after traveling 120 to 150,000 kilometers, and on the rear axle they often reached 200,000 kilometers. After 150 to 200,000 kilometers, it is necessary to repair the steering rack. It may rattle or leak. The paintwork of the body is not very durable. It soon becomes overgrown with chips and scratches. With age, corrosion is found on the thresholds, the tailgate, in the wheel arches, and on the bottom. In some instances, you have to digest a rotten rear spar and change leaky suspension arms. Holes are sometimes found in the floor, at the feet of the front passenger and driver. The most preferred specimens assembled after restyling, they are better protected from corrosion. If earlier the manufacturer gave a 4-year warranty against through corrosion, then after 2008 he promised for 10 years. Over time, the engine radiator begins to leak. After 150 to 200,000 kilometers, the generator and starter can mope. Sometimes the air conditioning compressor fails. However, more often you have to change the noisy bearing of the compressor clutch. With age, the radiator of the stove loses its permeability. Interruptions in the operation of electrical equipment can occur due to oxidation and corrosion of the contacts in the fuse box. It is located in the engine compartment, next to the hole in the wing through which water enters the block. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.